Alright, so today I'm going to be making a quick video of how to get msDroid working on a Speeduino ECU, so stay tuned. So, for my test vehicle today, I am going to be using my GSXR 600 stock bike. It does have a Speeduino UA4C, hopefully the glare is not too bad. And as you can see, Speeduino UA4C, and I just went ahead and I exposed this to show you guys that it does have the Bluetooth module. I believe it's a HC05 or 06. I'm not sure. One is a slave, one is a master, but I'm not sure what it is off the top of my head. But it does have the Bluetooth module connected, and I will be using that to show you how I get that connected on a brand new, or well, a fresh installation of msDroid on an Android device. Alrighty guys, for this demonstration I'll be using a Samsung S10 Plus, but this will pretty much work on any Android device, well, any modern Android device. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and download the msDroid. So I already went ahead and I uninstalled it from my device, so I'm just pulling it from the internet. As you can see, it's installing right now. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is to pair your device. All right, so this is my device. I lost my original one, so I'm just going to be using one I have laying around. Next up, we're going to go ahead into msDroid. So at this point, your ignition needs to be turned on, since the Bluetooth, when wired to your ECU, your Speeduino, that is, would only get powered when the ignition is turned on, and then the ECU now is powering your Bluetooth module. So gonna go in there, hit OK, give it all the permission it wants, and it's gonna give you the prompt. A demo project was created, demonstration project has been created to allow you to explore the features of msDroid without Megasquirt ECU being connected. So you just hit OK. So from here, you go into here. Let me just move this aside. So we go into here, and we need to do a couple things to get the app working properly. So you go down into app settings, connection type. Since we're using Bluetooth, I think by default, this will be any available. So you make sure you hit Bluetooth only, and then your Bluetooth device. Make sure that you have your correct Bluetooth device selected. Right, so I clicked this one, and then we hit, this should be just about everything in it. Everything else is just up to personal preference, but these are the main two you need. Oh, one last thing, app settings, and then you make sure the baud rate is set to 115/200, which is what Speeduino uses. Right, so all of that is good. Next thing, we go into here and we just hit connect to ECU. All right, so it has picked up that I'm running the latest firmware, and with all of this, you have to ensure that you're connected to the internet or hotspot or whatever you have. Right, so I'm using the latest firmware, which is the 2022 07.01, I believe it's called. So it's now that I connected and everything is good, it's going to ask me to create a project. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Let's give it a name. Let me move this out of the way. Let's just call it just for you guys. I'm gonna hit OK, and then it's gonna pull the INI file from the internet, and just like that, we have it connected. So it's connected to my bike. It hasn't been run for the day. So you can see manifold pressure here is 95 kPa. My wideband is not hooked up, and coolant temp is 24 degrees Celsius, which is around ambient this morning. Next thing, I'm just going to show you that everything works. So here's my VE table. So the bike is not running, so it's an alpha N VE table, so I'm using TPS, so hence the reason why it's down there. And I can go back, I can show you Spark, and so on and so forth. And this is essentially all you need to do to get msDroid working on most devices. So the most critical things, I will go over it again, is create the demo project, and then you go in here and you make sure on the app settings you have your connection type set to Bluetooth only, and your device, make sure you have the correct device there so that msDroid can pick up the correct Bluetooth device for you. And the baud rate, I think it comes default on 11.5200, but you can always make sure that it's on that. And then that should be just about all you need to get your msDroid working on Speeduino using this latest firmware as of October 2022 or any previous ones before that.